All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit, obviously, about the current situation in our country and what you could say to some buyers and investors that you have, maybe say in your real estate business. I'm Aaron Impens, and let's go over those things today. What's going on in this world and in our nation right now is just unprecedented. This has never happened before. It's not something that any of us was prepared for, that I could tell. You know, and it changes by the hour, it seems, some days. So I have some investors that invest with me. You know, we've partnered on some real estate property. Also, buyers that I work with that I know that are buying real estate in this current time. What can you say to them? You know, maybe they're scared, or maybe they don't know what to do. What could you say to them? Buyers and even investors in this situation, right now is going to be such a great time to be getting into real estate. And here's why I say that is the real estate values may not have necessarily dropped in value right now, but the fear that everybody has is something that you can work with. People and humans are so emotional, and they make such emotional decisions most of the time. If you're looking to buy properties, or you are a buyer or investing with me that is buying properties, know that right now is the time that you're able to get discounted properties, because someone is going to make an emotional decision and end up selling their property for less than what they should. So it comes back to a question that I also always get asked is, when do you get into real estate? Guys, now is the time to get into real estate. Now is the time. So investors that call you and they say, hey Aaron, what are we going to do about this? Are we going to lose value in our properties? Are we going to lose rents? You know, they have some fear, you know. My response to them is, one, first off, when I calculate and evaluate a property to buy, I account for some vacancies. You know, we account for people not paying their rent or people not living in the property. Now, don't get me wrong, that percentage that you calculate is, 5, 7, 10% depending on what you're looking at. And there's potential of that being higher right now, but you've accounted for some of that already out of the gate. So you've built that in when you buy and evaluate the property. One other thing that I always want to reassure all investors that are investing with me is we buy properties already at a discounted value. So even if we lose value on these properties now, we've accounted and bought at already a discounted price. So we should be able to ride out that value. You know, if we're buying at 20, 30, 40% discounted properties, you need quite the drop to be able to not be able to recover from yourself. Again, in the areas that I invest in, we just don't see that kind of drop either. We see a 5, 7, maybe a 10% drop at the worst times. I mean, I can't predict what it's going to be this time, if it's going to be, how long it's going to be, anything like that. But what I want to ensure and convey to all the investors out there that invest with me, or what you can convey to your investors as well, is that you've accounted for that vacancy. You've already allocated for the potential downturn in the value because you've bought it at a discount from out of the gate, and then reassure them at the properties that you guys are going to continue to invest in, because again, now is the time to be doing that. You're going to maybe account for maybe a slightly higher vacancy rate, or your discount is going to be just a little bit more, just to protect yourself that much more. Don't be scared of a downturn in the market. It's something that you want to capitalize on and take advantage of. So again, to recap, telling your buyers or telling your investors that you have, or for me to tell my investors that I have as well, we account for some of this stuff. We account for it when we evaluate our properties with the vacancy. We account for it by buying at a discount. What I want to say is now is the time to not get scared. Now is the time to get in. We can get those properties at even more of a discount, because the people that didn't account for those vacancies, guess what? It's fire sale now to try to get out of it. The people that didn't buy at a discounted value, they're the ones that are going to get foreclosed on because they can't make their bills anymore. those are the properties that we're going to then buy. Tell your investors, tell your buyers, don't be scared. Get ready, because now's the time. Guys, I'm Aaron Impens. I hope you like this video. I hope there's some tips for you to take from it. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think about the crisis as well. I'd be glad to respond to that also. I encourage it. So we'll see you guys next time.